Hello. I just wanted to start out by saying how glad I am to be with all of you today. We are living in challenging times, but during these challenging times, I see hope. Mr. Rogers was fond of saying, when he was growing up and heard disturbing or sad news, his mom used to say to him, "Remember the helpers. Helpers are working hard to help those in need." Knowing there are helpers out there gives me a lot of hope. I think it's important to take a moment to say thank you for the so many out there making a difference in our communities today, including healthcare workers ranging from doctors, nurses, to certified nurses' aides. A thank you to the grocery clerks and emergency support workers. I would like to emphasize that social distancing does make a huge difference, and it's important to practice social distancing when taking a walk, run, grocery shopping, or simply taking a bike ride outside. A few reminders from the Centers of Disease Control. Clean your hands often. Wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, especially after you have been in a public place or after blowing your nose, coughing, or sneezing. If soap and water are not readily available, use a hand sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol. Cover all surfaces of your hands and rub them together until they feel dry. And avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. At this time, we need to be at home, be healthy, and stay at home. We can flatten the COVID-19 curve in our respective communities, and all of us can individually help flatten the curve. I'm going to give you a challenge to smile at least to 5 different people if you're out and about today. If you're not out and about today, do so on another day. It does make a difference. In the past week, I've met 2 neighbors from 10 to 20 feet away. Neighbors I did not know before, including a veteran and a parent whose son has autism as a health condition. We can stay connected, and we'll get through this together. My mother-in-law, who has lupus and is homebound, had a terrific visit with her primary care doctor yesterday using telehealth. She said it was just like being at their office. Her doctor asked her a lot of questions. She gave her doctor her blood pressure readings for the past 2 weeks, and her doctor renewed her prescriptions. Telehealth is part of the future, and especially now is part of the present. Use FaceTime Skype to connect with a friend you have not seen or heard from in a while, or someone you normally just use audio or text to communicate with. Seeing another human face is important during these times. I want you to know how important each of you are to the faculty at Lane Community College. As future PTAs, you will be supportive of your physical therapists, interprofessionals, colleagues, and especially your patients every day. I ask that especially during these times you support one another, your fellow PTAs, and I'll do my best to support you. As part of this community, here at Lane Community College and PTA program, we'll get through this together. So, I'm glad you're all here, and we will get through this together. I'm just going to take a moment to look at and share with you a course. This is a course that has been taught online in the past, so there really isn't any disruption or changes that I see. The only changes I foresee, if you scroll down and look at week 1, is that traditionally we've been able to get together either by Zoom or in person to meet Sherry Peru from the Oregon Physical Therapist Licensing Board and Rick Sullivan, who also works at the Physical Therapist Licensing Board. And that will be done virtually this week, in fact, Tuesday. And I've given you a notice a few weeks ago this was happening, so I expect all of you to attend that. It's the only Zoom meeting that you are required to attend. It starts at 10:30 on April 7th, and should probably be close to wrapping up, actually, around 11:30, quarter to 12. maybe 12 o'clock at the latest. And then this week you have your forum, and then you have your first quiz. You'll learn about all these things in the lesson builder, which is right here. And then certainly by looking at the syllabus. And I'm requiring you to look at the syllabus and just message me in Moodle to just tell me that you've read the syllabus. Thank you. As we look at week 1 in the lesson builder, you have some audio guides for me that I think you'll find very useful. And just some reminders about our Zoom session it's actually on Monday, and that's my mistake. I'll change that. The Zoom session is on Monday at 7 p.m. It's optional, but I thought it's just another way to just check in with all of you. We'll be back together on Tuesday for the Peru lecture with Rick Sullivan as well at 10:30, but it's just an opportunity to check in and answer any questions. And also I think it's a really good opportunity to prepare you for Sherry Peru, a physical therapist, and Rick Sullivan, PTA from the Oregon Physical Therapist Licensing Board. And it will help me kind of gather some questions you might have from them and forward them to them so they can help prepare some comments when they're with you tomorrow. And I'll be at that meeting as well, co-hosting with them and facilitating. So that's Monday at 7, not Tuesday. And then, I don't need to go through the lesson builder per se. I think we have some good activities for you to get started and prepare for the licensure exam. I've made a lot of updates to this lesson builder. I do so every year, kind of just based on student feedback and just what I see as what's really important. I will say that I have eliminated a few assignments, just thinking of the fact that we have somewhat of a shorter term. I mean, we still have 10 weeks together, but it's going to be shorter. And just getting introduced to the ethics as well. So that's kind of where we're at. I hope to answer any questions that you may have between now and at least Sunday, and then I'll be back online on Monday. Even though I'm working from home, I still am attending meetings and connecting with all the other faculty members. In fact, I think it's good for you to know that I've met with Susan twice this week so far. I've met with Christina for about 3 to 4 hours already this week so far, Beth for an hour, and other instructors that are helping out, that are helping out the first year. So I think we're going to be fine. And so I'll let you go with that, and have a good rest of the day, and look forward to seeing you online and checking in with you. On Monday night, I expect that to be a shorter Zoom office hour. We'll start at 7 and then maybe be over as soon as a half an hour. That just depends upon the questions, and I look forward to hopefully a number of you attending that. Take care.